Hi everybody, Becca Switzer here, and I'm going to address something that I've seen a lot of people comment. I'm going through the Gabby Bernstein's 21-day meditation challenge, and I've seen a lot of comments about people struggling with their meditation, and I wanted to share some things that I've learned going through my own spiritual practice. And the first thing is that the point of your meditation is not necessarily to experience some grand event. Okay, it doesn't, I think sometimes people think they're not doing it right because they're not experiencing this mystical experience, like seeing a vision of their great ancestors, or seeing a bright white light and God handing them on a platter like the next step that they're supposed to do in their life, or they're not having an audio sensory experience where they hear something or whatever. And that leaves some people feeling very frustrated. And the point of meditation, I've learned, is not that you have to achieve something. It's not if you meditate hard enough and long enough, you'll see the light, okay? You'll meet your spirit guide with his long flowing beard or whatever yours looks like. It's not that. It's simply to quiet your mind and your body, to be fully present, to just be still, and to create a space that can invite intuition or messages or insights in, but not necessarily. And I would say that most of the time you're not going to have that, okay? Sometimes you'll meditate and you'll have like, oh my gosh, ding, light bulb goes off for something, okay? But other times, the whole point is just to get into the practice of, even for just a few minutes a day, completely relaxing and surrendering. And it's not about achieving something, it's about allowing things to come in. It's an invitation for your highest self to be known, or for a message from your, spirit guide to come in, or whatever way that you want to frame or that makes sense to you. So this isn't something you're trying to achieve. The whole point is just to create space, and just whatever comes in, comes in. So if that means that unprocessed emotions, feelings, stresses, anxieties, grief, or fears get processed and come up, there's, I did a meditation once by Michael Brabant, who's just a unicorn of a human being, gorgeous human being. Look at his hair. But it was about sitting there and just asking, like, what's inside of me right now? And I was not prepared for this at all. But the word, it was either mourning or grief. This was like 2 years ago now. But one single word kind of flooded up into my awareness, and it was either mourning or grief. And I just started sobbing. And I was like, whoa, where did that come from? And I just allowed it to process through me for a few minutes. And then afterward, I was like, that was interesting. But there were just feelings inside from a previous relationship, I think, that just had not yet come up and been processed. And so sometimes, really the point of meditation is, again, just creating a space where whatever needs your attention, in my last video I had talked about your feelings need your attention, and Thich Nhat Hanh says you have to be there for your feelings, right? And take care of them like a little squealing baby that whacked his head on the coffee table. So you need to allow space through your own quietness where your mind isn't running the show, and the feelings that are lying dormant or pent up inside of you can rise up and make themselves known. And then you have the opportunity to give them the acknowledgement that they need in order to process and heal. Now, the other thing that I've heard people stress about is they say, I'm getting frustrated because I keep meditating. I keep going through the meditations, and I'm practicing, and I feel like I'm doing everything right. But these feelings of stress and anxiety continue to show up in my life every single day. No shit. You're a human being. Remember, the purpose of mindfulness or meditation or whatever your practice is not to make the feelings go away. All right, it's not to eliminate them, stop them from coming up. It's actually to allow them to come up. So again, don't get frustrated that you're still having anxious thoughts or that you're still having those negative thoughts or feelings come up in your body. The whole point is just to say, I see you feelings and I'm not judging you. I'm not saying, dang, I'm failing, I'm still feeling stressed. I'm saying, interesting, from a neutral perspective. Okay, I see that you still feel stressed. Tell me how stressed you feel. And you let it rise up and maybe you cry. Or maybe you journal about, these are the things that I'm stressed about. And then maybe you realize there's not really that much to be stressed about. And as you continue to allow those feelings to come up with your consistent daily practice, eventually you are going to find that everything is okay. And maybe your stress does diminish. But you're not failing if those feelings are continuing to arise. It's kind of like cleaning your room, okay? Healing is an ongoing, never-ending process. There's no finish line. How silly would it be if you're like, well, I cleaned my room, I'm done. And then for 60 years, you didn't clean your room again. You just have to keep cleaning it, right? It's maintenance. Healing is the same way. It's not like you have this grandiose event and you allow something big to come up in your experience. You fully emote and then it's done and you're healed. I'm free. No, there's always going to be something, right? It's like, that life just keeps presenting circumstances or problems, if you want to call them that, or challenges, good and bad. These things are constantly going to be showing up in your experience. So it's learning how to just allow. If you can think of and remember one word, I want you to remember the word allowing. Allow your experience to be what it is. Allow your feelings to be what they are. And that is the practice. It's an ongoing rising and shedding. Like the waves, the ocean is never going to stop making waves. You're like an ocean, okay? Your feelings are like an ocean. So it's allowing the waves and then noticing the pattern. Oh, here it is again. Okay, I've been here before. Let it out. Okay, the wave crashes. Oh, there's another one. Here it comes. No shit, right? That's just how it goes. But the more comfortable you get with allowing your feelings, the less of a problem you begin to judge them as. I hope that helps you guys and resonates with you. I love you all. Keep it crunchy out there, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.